Yeah. So today we are going to see pancreas. So in previous classes we have done with the other endocrine glands. Okay. So what are the endocrine glands? We have seen previously is about the pituitary gland, and then we have done with the thyroid gland, and today's class is about the pancreas. Okay. So everybody knows that the importance of the pancreas, right? So the pancreas, so is a little different from the endocrine gland. So in the introduction classes, we have seen about the pancreas. Okay. So what we have seen is, this is the only gland where this is also involved not only in endocrine part, it is also having a role in exocrine part. So what is the difference between an endocrine and exocrine? Endocrine glands will produce the hormones that will don't have any duct, so that will directly get poured into the bloodstream. Okay. So whereas the other part of the pancreas, which is having which will secrete a digestive juice, which is responsible for the digestion, okay, digestion of the food within the body, and so that will be poured into a duct. So when you look into this picture, you could have a duct. Can you see this duct? So this is nothing but the duct which is coming from the exocrine part. What? Exocrine part. Okay, so pancreas is the only organ, it has exocrine part and endocrine, okay, endocrine part of the gland. Okay, so when you come, endocrine will secrete the hormones, okay, hormones that acts, okay, that acts on cells, and this exocrine will secrete the digestive juice. Okay, it secretes the digestive juice. Sorry, 1 minute. It secretes the digestive juice. So the digestive, I'll put it over here. So the digestive juice, okay, the digestive juice helps in digestion, helps in digestion. Okay. So this exocrine and endocrine, both the components, okay. So exocrine glands are called as serous glands. They are called serous glands. Okay. So in the cells, how the cells will look, the cells will have the center part duct, and then outer to that you will have the cells will be present like this. Okay. The cells will be present like this, and they will have the nucleus within them, and they will secrete and pour it into the small ducts, and further these ducts will be, so you have all these serous acinase will be present over. Okay, so they all will be connected with the duct to the mainstream, and this main duct will carry the digestive juice secreted by the exocrine part of the gland, and that will be taken into the pancreatic duct and is poured into the duodenal space. Venga pour pannadhu is put it into the duodenal opening. Okay. So, and next, what is the endocrine part? The majority, when you look into this, 60 to 70% exocrine, 60 to 70% one, the exocrine cells will be present, and the rest will be the endocrine. So when you look into the substratum, so you have within that you will have a small dotted islets. Why islets of those? So the gathering of the beta cells, which is going to produce the hormone, is called as the islets of Langerhans. So the name means, in the name வந்து ஏன் islets of Langerhans அப்படி சொல்றோம்னா, the islets means ஒரு தீவு, ஒரு big sea or ocean ல வந்து if you find some gathering of an island, okay, so that is meant as a small part. So that will be considered as the islets of Langerhans. So over the substratum of the serous acinase, over the 60 to 70% of the population, within that the gathering of the endocrine cells present within them are considered as islets, so that they are named as islets of Langerhans. So those cells will produce this 30 to 40 to 30 to 40% of these cells are going to secrete a hormone. Okay, so that islets of Langerhans will contain alpha cell, okay, alpha cell, beta cells. They have alpha cells, beta cells within them. So beta cells will secrete a hormone called insulin, and the alpha cell secretes a hormone called glucagon. Okay, glucagon. Okay, so where this exocrine and endocrine, so both are present within the same substance of the gland, is called as exoendocrine gland. So pancreas is called as the exoendocrine gland. So where you can find this pancreas, where it is located in your body, and what is the speciality about it? Okay, so when you go for this, before to that, so when you look over the, so this is the thorax and the abdomen. The thorax is separated by a diaphragm over here. So there you can find a sheet of a hard tendon of the muscle is present. So that is called the diaphragm, which separates the thorax, okay, from the abdomen, So below to the abdomen, you will have the esophagus, and there stands your stomach. Can you see the stomach over here? Okay, so the stomach will come like this. So when you look into the stomach will have a curve in the upper border and in the lower border. So these two curves are called as, this is called greater curvature. Is bigger, no? So it is called greater curvature. Okay, and this is called lesser curvature. Okay, so these are the two curvatures. So this is present in front. So when you look into the pancreatic gland is present in the posterior aspect of your body, is not in the front part of your body, is present in the back. When you look from the behind, okay, so you have the vertebral column. So in this vertebral column region, you could have the vertebrae. Can you see, locate this vertebrae are present? Okay, so always we will mean the location of the gland or any organ is always related to the vertebral column, as we spoke in the last previous class also we have done with that. So here when you look into this gland is present mostly, is not in the front part of your body, is in the posterior part. So not exactly you can approach it from the posterior. So when you remove the anterior aspect of your body by slicing, okay, so when by layering out, so you could find immediately after reflecting the skin of your the abdomen part of your body, then you could find the stomach. So when you remove the stomach, then next to the stomach you could find this gland which is present over here. See, when you look into the curvature, so this will meant, and then can you see a C-shaped curvature is coming over here. So this diagram, I said this one is meant over here. This is the C-shaped curvature. Okay. So after the stomach, the continuation of the C-shaped curvature is called as the duodenum. What is this called? Duodenum. Duodenum. Okay. So is where it is going to be the startup of your intestine. So now intestine angada start agudhu. So duodenum is the first tube like part which is coming out from the stomach. Angirundhu start agudhu. That is winding round this area of the head of the. So when you look into this, the structure of the what is that? Okay. So when you look into the structure of the gland is looking like a J shape, or you can say it is resembling